Say hello, I'm Cindy Harrison, and I'm a decorative painter, artist, teacher. I travel teach around the continental U.S. I've been published in magazines in the U.S. and Asia, and have been doing this for over 20 years. And my partner is...
Hi, I'm Melissa Reyes. I'm Ms. Meliz on social media, and I'm here in Southern California, Los Angeles. I have been doing artwork for off and on with crafts and things, all my life, but really just started with the mandalas in January of this year. So I am a learner, and I'm here to be inspired by Cindy Harrison.
And as you've inspired me, I wanted to incorporate the mandalas into this new art that form. I mean, it's not new to the world, but new to me, and that's kind of
totally new to me.
Yeah, the way everything is in the world is, it's not really anything is new. It's just reinvented, and we're going to be reinventing mandalas and alcohol ink on ceramic tiles today. So if everyone who is here in the room could maybe tell a bird, tell a friend. I'm going to share that now and Snapchat it and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I think what I played around with this and this week, and I decided that I would like Ms. Meliz to maybe help us with the mandala first.
Oh. Okay.
And then we'll color it after.
Okay, so mandala on the tile?
Yes. So there's two ways. There's two tools. I know in the supply list, I had given everyone this as a tool to secure your drawing onto your tiles, but I also found this one to work very well. DecoArt glass paint marker.
Okay.
So I'm sure there are many other products out there that would do the same trick, but I found these. Now I liked this one because I thought, oh geez, with the fine tip, this is a double-edged, double-tipped marker, and I thought with the fine marker that I would like it, and I decided no, it's too thin. And it's all great if you want to put your autograph on here, you want to sign it, but when you're doing the design, I found that the thicker side was much more effective, that you could actually see your drawing much better with the thicker side. So it's actually called fine and ultra fine.
Oh, so this one is fine. So we're saying the fine is working better?
Fine is good. Yeah, fine is good. Ultra fine, not so much.
I did practice a little last night, and I used the ultra fine, and I agree. It didn't show up. Can I show you what I tried, what I did?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so did this one. I have to see if I can.
Yeah.
Here, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to hold it up. And see, you really can't see that fine line underneath of the mandala.
No, yep, I can't.
Okay. So like if I'm looking at it, I can kind of see that there's a mandala under there. I tried another one with a marker. I went over it with a kind of a sparkly paint marker.
I see it. I love the colors too.
So but it's still not as bold as yours. And this is with a stencil. So it of course came out very beautiful because I used the stencil with the bright color. And I really love that. So I'm looking forward to doing a stencil with my own mandalas. So that way, that will be something that we could do. So those are the ones I tried last night. It was my very, very first attempt using the alcohol ink straight out of the package. I, did not know what it was going to be like. And I'm looking forward to really seeing how you do it, your technique. But your fourth square dropped out.
I know, because I couldn't see your fourth.
Oh, because you had the screen sharing. Okay, sorry. Gotta mute you again up here.
There you go. Okay.
We good? Okay.
Yeah, I had to refresh and then I had to mute the
All
square.
right then. Okay, so now now you can see my square a little bit better in here, my learning square.
Excellent. So yes, and we're going to be working for all of those out there in Blab World and in the replays, we're going to be working on getting Melissa's mandalas made into stencils, so you'll be able to purchase them in the future.
Yeah, I'm kind of
which is so
about
exciting.
That. I was telling my husband, and he is getting actually really excited about that. He thought it was a great idea, and we have seen a lot of different applications, for uses for it. So even those wood cuttings would be cool.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
So I hope this looks okay. I just thought that white on white was not going to happen.
Right. Yeah. And I have a black Teflon mat that I got like at a Christmas tree shop or somewhere.
I'm using my handy dandy back of my desk calendar. So you can see that we are resourceful, if nothing else.
That is true. So how would you start us off? Even though I took one from Melissa's coloring book that she has a download free on her website, msmeliz.com. And I downloaded it and I took one of the ones from there and I just traced that design on to my tiles. But you can show us how we can create our own.
Well, that's really cool that you did that. It kind of blows me away. So here's one that I drew. This is a copy of one that I drew, and so I really like this one. When it was colored in, it was very whimsical, and I really enjoy coloring this one in. And it's your basic mandala. So the idea is to start in the middle with a circle. And then for this one, I did these oval shapes like like petals, and then a straight line. And you go round and around. And then these little petals in between, and then the arcs, and then the lines, and then the little. And you'd be surprised how it's really relaxing as you go around and around. And if you're doing it on a square piece of paper like this, you could turn the paper so that you can get a better repetitive motion. Okay. Because if you go around, they're going to look different like these do, because this was one of my first ones, so I didn't really know how to make it look more repetitive or the same. And I didn't, you don't have to think it out. So that's the basic thing. But for this purpose, we want it to look as uniform and elegant as possible. And so last night when I was trying it, at first I thought this is going to really look horrible because the lines are shaky and it's kind of, all over the place. But the thing is, when I was finished with it, it still looked good. I liked it because it had character. So what I'm going to do is freehand it by copying the steps. So I have this here just to remind me of what I did first so that I don't have to do that kind of thinking while I'm applying it onto the tiles. Does that make sense?
Yep. I'm going to start with a fresh slate myself.
Okay. All right, so I have that in view.
Before you put your pen to the tiles, we should make sure that there's no residual dust or sizing or whatever they might have on there. So I would recommend that if you had some rubbing alcohol.
I've got lens cleaner. I think it pretty much is alcohol.
Yeah, it is the same thing. So I just kind of go over it just to get any of that stuff off, because it could repel the marker. It could repel the...
And the last thing I did before I came in this room was wash my hands, but then I got my glitter stuff all over the place. So
it's okay. Glitter's good. Glitter's your friend.
Yeah. Glitter, it does not bother me, but then it's usually the fingerprints,
right?
That you don't see, but until you put something on top of it. And not that I've got greasy fingers all the time, but all right. Okay. I think that's good.
You can also buy like white cotton gloves or something like that to work with. But
oh, that's neat. That would seem so.
I haven't had a problem with residual. I don't use hand creams or anything, so I haven't had a problem with that.
Okay. I see. I just wanted to acknowledge that Barb is here. Thank you, Barb. Tell all your friends. We'd love to have some people watching, and we're going to be making this terrific art project here. And Cindy's going to demonstrate how to do the alcohol inks using something like this. And I, right now, am going to draw a mandala with my Sharpie. Am I using the thick Sharpie? Thin Sharpie, or am I going to use the glass paint marker? I've got purple. That's the darkest one I've got.
Yep, you can try going with the Sharpie first. I'm going to try with the Sharpie first, and if it doesn't really give me the effect that I want, I will bump it up to the paint marker.
All right, that's a great idea. Okay, so as we start, thank you so much, Barb. So as we start, we're going to do the circle. Now, we want it to go over across the 4, right? Okay. So are we going to start from the middle, or are we going to be off center a little bit? What would you like?
This one here, I suggest we start from the middle, because my vision for this is that they're coasters, and we use them individually. But when they come together as a whole for decorative purposes while not in use, you'd have a full mandala.
Okay. So I'm going to show you how I cheat and get my circles. There's a lot of different things like this. So
yes, I need some of those.
There's that one. And then
so we start with circles?
Yeah, we'll start with a circle in the center. And, I want to find something kind of smallish. And of course, I don't have one that small, but here's an alternative. Okay, that's the one I need. That's that you have there. But so, you can take anything that's the size that you want. And this is floral tape. But floral tape actually is good if you want to lay down some lines.
You could use a cup. You can use a lid to, a lid to a bottle of something. Anything that's round can be a.
Yeah. So here you go. So this is going to be my circle. And personally, I'm not that interested in having something be perfect. But if you are if you're one of those people, then you want to practice on the piece of paper first to make your circle. You could be over here making a circle, making sure that that's the size that you want. But here we go. So now we have a circle. So just like the middle of that. And then I'm going to go around and do the little oval kind of petals.
Okay.
I'm just going to go around like that, and then I'm going to do the opposite side before I go completely around, because I want to make sure that by the time I get to that side, they're
the size of them is all up to me.
Yes, absolutely.
How big, how small.
Now, if you do start out small, which is a good idea, you can get in perspective. You can get your next row or your next section bigger and bigger, or you could stick with small and keep adding as long as you want. So, for example, when I started this, it looked, a lot like a flower, and I thought, I don't want every mandala to look exactly like a flower. So I kind of decided on different designs as I went out, and I just kept adding. So I'm gonna finish this.
Is that your cat?
Yes, they're hungry. Okay. So very good. We both have the same thing. So then the next layer on that is to do the little leafy things in between. And you can shape them any way that you want, but this is kind of a standard mandala shape.
Okay. So kind of from the center of the top of, okay.
Yeah, kind of from the shoulder of it, if you will. Now these I can't do upside down, so I have to turn the whole thing because I'm lame that way. If I do them upside down, they just look like a totally different shape. So I'm going to try to move this around a little bit. Oops, I didn't want that there. That's okay.
I can see how sometimes they grow, they just grow.
Yeah, they come out a little different if you have a different angle. And that's okay. That's why, I call them leaves because, no two are the same.
Sure is challenging because I'm not moving it, and it's like, oh yes, I see what she means.
Yeah, so to get the same shape, unless you're practiced and you've been doing it for a while,
what we need is one of those cake stands that you can spin.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah,
like a lazy Susan.
It's like a lazy mandala artist. No, I'm just kidding. So,
yes, Barb, okay. We are using, we both have 2 Twitter accounts. So one of them is on our phone and one of them is on our desktop.
Exactly. So that worked out to be the best way to do this. How does it look to you, Barb? Hope that it's coming across well. You might have to turn off your sound on the 2 that have the tiles. Somebody's watching.
Yeah.
We could do that, right? Yeah.
What?
Turn off the sound on those. I don't have any recoil.
I muted my desktop, the one that's on the tiles. I muted that one.
Yeah. Okay. I just did that too. All right. So the tiles are on my phone. Yeah, because we have the phone on a boom mic stand.
And my tiles are on a Logitech camera, which is going to my desktop.
Oh, okay. So yours is the opposite, and you've got the phone facing you. Okay. Right. So now we know the logistics of our cameras, and hopefully you're able to see everything properly, and you have a better view of Cindy's because hers are a little closer up. So as you can see, I have a little stray mark here, but that's okay because the next, next one is going to be a little arc anyway, and it's going to go from the leaf to the next leaf.
Okay, Melissa, if you got a line there that you didn't like.
Oh,
okay. So say you don't like that, it doesn't go with the flow of your design.
Yes.
You take a Q-tip.
Okay.
And a little bit of rubbing alcohol. And it's gone.
And you could take it off. Okay. Yeah. So I'm used to doing this on paper or on canvas where there isn't any magic tool for taking it off that I would use. So I just compensate. But for this, that's a really good tip. So
you can do it off a canvas too, Melissa, just not paper.
But with paint?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to try that.
First I try water. If it's paint, I mean, are you doing the mandala on the canvas with a pen?
Yeah, I was just thinking with paint. Yeah, I do it with pen and then with paint.
Okay, so if the pen is a boo-boo, you can use alcohol to remove it. If the paint's a boo-boo, either water or spit or vodka.
Oh, I'd go for that. All right, so next time I make a mistake, I might be calling you, but I don't believe in mistakes. I believe in happy accidents. And so for me personally, and I'm learning technique from Cindy, so I definitely need to know how to do these processes. But there's, sometimes the beauty in the mandala is the imperfections. So, but, in this case, I was able to just pull this over. I left it there. I didn't make a correction. I just kept going. And then I was able to pull it over and it looks good because that's the next step anyway. But if I had made like a totally wrong direction with the line, I would be running to get my Q-tips and alcohol right now. some vodka.
So we're going to connect from one leaf to the other.
Yeah. And you just want to leave the tip out. So just like
beyond. Okay. And mine are all different shapes. So
yeah, getting a little arc, but you don't want to make it too circular, but it kind of comes out like a circle around it.
We'll find out. It'll be, I don't do, this is not my style, but this is it. I love trying new stuff. So my first one.
It's perfect. It's beautiful. Look at that.
It is pretty.
It does look like a stencil. Mine looks like a, kindergarten art.
No, it doesn't.
All right. Anyhow, also it's earlier for me, and I have not had more than a sip of coffee.
That's a funny coffee cup.
7:15 in the morning. I know. This was my leftover coffee from yesterday, so it was cold, and the cup was there. So, like, it was actually still a little warm because it was in a thermos. I'm embarrassed. I had a whole pot of coffee here last night, and I didn't finish it. So there. Now everybody knows my secret. Old coffee. Okay, so what's next on the little line? So the next, so we made one arc. Okay, so now you can pull I just pull little lines, and I'm going to do 3 because it's small and I've got a thicker marker. Over here, I think I did 4 lines.
Can you put the drawing a little closer to the camera for a second?
This one?
Yeah. So you're drawing the lines and the arcs. Okay, I see them.
Okay. So it's just I'm going to start from the middle of each one. So it's going to extend from that little leaf. And you know what? We forgot we could do it since we're doing straight lines anyway. We could do these at the same time.
And it goes all the way up?
Yeah, just make it go all the way up. Just kind of worked out that way. And if somebody is following along right now and is drawing a design on their tile, you don't have to do this exact design. You could be creative and do your own design, or if it goes in a different direction, just keep going with it. Don't feel like you have to make it look just like this. But the idea is to put down a mandala that goes across the 4 tiles. So, or repetitive design that goes across the 4 tiles. So now that we did that line, I'm going to add a little lines on either side that look like little chicken feet after you put it on. It's kind of to fill in that space. And if you're creative and you want to do it in the other direction or make a little ziggy line, you can do that. And just adding a little decorative motion in there. Okay, so they're all filled in.
See why sometimes it's hard to keep a steady hand, and that's why you were saying how your squiggles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And it makes it more character, I think. It gives it more character.
Absolutely. And so if you have a squiggly line and you still have a long ways to go, you make a squiggly line on the opposite side, and then it's symmetrical.
It belongs.
It has a little partner. So, like this is my first time ever drawing on a tile with the marker. So mine is a little, and my style is a little more haphazard, but I am so impressed with Cindy's steady hand and how pretty it is. She's going to be a terrific mandala artist.
I think yours looks awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can see it closer than you can. But okay, so so the next one is another arc. So let's see.
Put it up to
make sure I'm following this. Yes. Let's see if you can see without me shaking too much. So,
it's a longer arc. Okay.
So another arc, and then we'll go around with little curlies, I guess. I think I might
just to the peaks. sort of, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
It's just,
Okay.
in fact, I'm thinking I might use a thinner marker in there, but that's okay.
It won't show up though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm going to go from the peak because I made mine smaller. So I'm just going to go connect these.
I'm kind of mirror imaging the one that's already there.
Yes, perfect. So now you have more like a band.
Yeah. And being it's my first one, I mean, I know I'll be able to see where next time I would make the leaves a little bigger, or I would, do something a little different, but.
Well, don't forget, this is still the inside. So the next ones we're going to do are going to be bigger.
It is so pretty, Melissa.
It does look pretty, doesn't it? Looks fun. This is a fun one. Okay. Later, when I colored this one in, I did more design in the middle because it looks so empty. But for this, I think it's perfect because that's going to look so pretty with the colors over it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So next you can choose to do a little I don't know what
Scallop?
that shape is. Yeah, like a little scallop around it. Or my new favorite thing is to kind of make what I call a ribbon. So I'm going to do the ribbon where I'm going to kind of just go up and down. All around. And because it's a free-flowing ribbon, it doesn't have to be the same exact size. Of course, I'm not turning it, so it may not be the same on all the way around, but that's okay because it's a ribbon. Yeah.
I seem to grow, my size grows as I go around the thing.
That's good. That's good because that's exactly what mandala does. It does grow and it takes it on its own direction. So, oh my gosh.
I don't know. What do you think? I don't like some areas, but it's okay.
You're going to be covering it up, I think, anyway. Okay. You just want to show the idea. So next on here, what I did was a circle that went all the way around. So let me see if I have one that's big enough to actually make a circle, but I don't. Here, I know what I'll do. I could use this. So kind of get that in the middle. And so I'm going to do this. So you follow me?
So far, did you get rid of that troll?
Yeah. Oh, I just deleted his comment.
Okay, because I still see it on my phone, but I don't see it on the desktop.
So, Chili, let me see what he says now. Nothing. Well, if he says anything else.
Can we host Barb so she can watch the chat while we...
Sure, if she wants to.
Okay, hold on.
I saw it and I just deleted it from my screen, but I realized I thought that deleted it for everybody.
Thank you, Barb.
Okay. So now I have a very imperfect circle over my mandala.
Oh, I got to do a circle? Oh, okay.
So now, because it's in squares, it's pretty easy. I mean, you could just do, a line around or an arc around, but it's easier if you do
template.
Yeah, something so that it's, I mean, who can draw a perfect circle? Even with that, I didn't do it right.
Lucky for me.
That's perfect. That's what I was looking for, but mine wasn't big enough.
How close? So it's pretty, it's fairly close to the outer.
Yeah, it could be close because we're not going to be filling in that space. That's so.
And I don't know about your templates, but mine's awesome because it has the little check marks. so you know.
That's perfect.
How to quarter it off.
Yeah, I need to get that. Mine have
I think Staples, Office Max, and the
mine don't have that.
Whatchamacallit, the people who do these type of drawings for a living.
Architects?
Yeah, that section.
Yeah, that's a good one. Those are better than mine. Mine is for scrapbooking. So yeah, see, there you go. Oh, now if I really wanted to, I would take that and fix it because mine is off center. But that I'm fine. I'm gonna make some more. You can see that how it works. So, all right, and next is
morning, Peter.
Good morning. Yes. Hello. Welcome. Tell your friends. So this is going to be, I'm going to do another ribbon, but you could do, actually, you know what? Let's just do the little scallops around.
So for those of you who are joining us, my name's Cindy Harrison and I'm a decorative painter. And this is?
Oh, I'm Melissa Reyes. And what am I? I'm a learner.
You're an inspirer.
I'm trying to get closer with my camera.
She's teaching me how to make a mandala because I am not a mandala artist. And then I'm going to show her a new way to color her mandalas.
And these are on tiles that I got at Lowe's for 80 cents a piece.
80 cents, awesome.
And I really like them.
They're just plain white tiles. They're smooth.
They're bathroom tiles, you know?
Yeah, bathroom tiles. So
and
when I go out there in June, I have to buy a case of them for my class that I'm teaching at the convention in San Diego.
Right. We were talking about that. You were going to have to do that so you wouldn't have to ship these.
Right. So now I know I can get them out there. I'm happy.
Yes. I think they were 88 cents or 81 cents. We looked at some different ones. These are.
You have sales tax out there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
one thing with
10%.
New Hampshire. Yeah, no sales tax in New Hampshire.
There's no sales tax on food. I wonder if you can find something edible.
Yeah, see, I think we have sales tax on food, but not on merchandise.
Hello.
Hey, hello.
My camera. That wasn't exactly what I was planning to do. Oh well, fine.
It's okay.
Hi. Okay. Hello. All right, so now we have a little scallop that goes all the way around, and yours looks so nice. And so next you might think that it would be the little, these little scallops or petals, but actually what we're going to do next, hopefully you can see, is these. Okay, so it's going to be the
like a big leaf.
Yes.
Okay. So, but we have to leave enough room in there to put the other.
Yes. So we're going to make the leaves first and then decide on what we're going to put inside after. So
how do you decide?
I usually go 3 of the scallops.
Okay.
But because I didn't do them exact, I'm going to do one on this side and then one on this side so that if they have to get smaller here, that's okay. But at least I don't end up with like a tiny one. You know what I mean? If I kept going all the way around, I might end up with one that just looks odd. So it makes sense to me. So let me show you.
That's all that matters. Does it make sense to you?
I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to come back down on 3.
Yeah, and in my OCD, if you want to call it that.
Yes.
I'm going to put mine in the middle, and I'm going to have just 3 on each tile.
Okay. I bet mine turns out to be just like that.
I'm just crazy like that. It's like some things Okay,
lady.
So Thank you, Barb. And what's a sellout? What a sellout is a tattoo artist who does mandalas as tattoos. Isn't that cool?
Your tattoo artists, I draw these all the time. What a sellout! Oh, okay, I see. Okay. The person's title on here is "What a Sellout." I'm a tattoo artist. Right? Okay, cool.
Can you imagine your mandalas as a tattoo on someone's body?
Yeah, I would love to have one on my own.
Isn't that cool?
You want to see my tattoo?
Oh, you have one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
No, I didn't draw that, but
that's beautiful.
But I asked for.
My daughter has some kind of a compass back there. And I guess it has some kind of a reference to either the Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter.
That's cool.
She has.
But you don't know which one.
No, because it's not my thing. All I know is, it is pretty. And then she has a thing around her foot about the mischievous, the twins on Harry Potter. Mischievous. The feet.
I don't know Harry Potter either.
Yeah, some things that disappear anyways. So she's got that.
What a Sellout says that we could see her work on her Instagram, and it's Sad Boy Kurt. These are. I'd like to challenge What a Sellout to have a more positive name, but that's okay. I'd like to find out why you're What a Sellout and Sad Boy.
See, no, I don't like that, what I just did, and I'm not going to live with it because I have issues.
Issue away.
So I'm going to take my...
Wow, we inspired Barb. Now, Barb has over 100 websites and is very skilled at sharing her insights. And now she wants to do her art talent on Blab.
Awesome!
What kind of art do you do, Barb? Artistic talent? I think that you should try following along with us and then showing what you did. Because we like to see how we inspire others and share in the love.
So what's nice is, even if I don't get this exactly clean, it'll be covered over with color anyway.
See how I ended up with one that's going to be small over here?
Mm.
So I actually really love how this shows how two people could have a different style, and how in 20 years, how awesome my mandalas are going to look.
I know. Make sure that's dry and then go back over it. See?
Very nice. Yes.
Beautiful.
So all your leaves have points, so that's good. And miraculously, mine do too.
I was going to say yours too.
Okay, so the next thing is to decide what we're going to put on the inside. So mine didn't come out as long as yours, and so I'm not going to do a double, so this one, what I did was make another leaf on the inside, and then I made a petal. So for me, I'm just going to do a petal. But if you want, because yours are big enough, you could do a petal and another leaf inside, or another design that you choose. Do a squiggly line. You could do a circle.
Okay.
You could do a triangle.
Let me see the triangle one. Oh, you didn't do a triangle. You're doing all circles.
No,
Good.
but
okay.
You could just kind of like do that, like a point.
Yeah, I like the round. I'm a roundy person.
This is a roundy mandala.
I like the repetition of some of the shapes.
Yeah, and once I get the hang of the feel of this ink marker on the tile, because it's so slippery,
It is.
Getting it like I would really like to have, I have a like a Lazy Susan or like a, I could put something here that I could turn. I think that would be really ideal for this application. So, but look at what we've done so far. It's amazing. You know what? I'm going to Snapchat this.
I know, we're seeing it on the computer screen is so much different than
Wow, Barb, that's impressive. Did you read what Barb said?
I made my first big. Oh, really? Fired glass. Oh, I love fired glass.
Yeah. You know, since my phone is occupied with the camera, I can't take a picture for Snapchat.
How do you screenshot again? Command?
Mine, it's print screen, control print screen, or function F something. I don't know this keyboard, it's new. But maybe, Barb, would you take a screenshot? Or Kevin, would you take a screenshot? Or tweet it out right now with a screenshot? That would be, oh, I could do that. Then I could get a little share last.
Oh, that's what, okay, hold on.
I could do it. Kathy, hi. Thank you. Let me keep my hand out of the way. Okay. All right. So next, we have a lot of space. So we could do another round of the pointed leaves, or we could do arcs. I think I'm going to go with the arc. So I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit because we're at 7:40 or 10:40 for East Coasters. So I'm going to just go around, and I'm going to do 2 right away. So you don't have to go
thanks, Barb. What I did was I was able to do a screenshot on my computer, so I have it for later.
Okay.
So awesome. You're just connecting the 2. Okay, good.
Yep. And I'm doing it 2 right away. So I'm making a band, what I call a band.
Yep, no, it works for me.
Double trouble.
And they grow, and they, of course, if you're doing this at home and you are not crunched for time, you could take more care, but.
Yes. When I go to Lowe's later to buy more tiles, I'm going to come back and try it again with a, steady hand and a lot of time, and sit in front of the TV with a cup of coffee and just design away.
This kind of reminds me of like Over the Rainbow.
The mandala?
Well, the band that we're making, I'm thinking rainbow,
rainbow, how
rainbow.
Sweet. You could go for a third one. That would look really pretty, I think. Should we just stick with 2, or do you want to go with a third one?
We could do a third one.
Let's do a third one.
We have room.
Crazy. Yeah, we do.
And Barb's saying that we should join her Facebook group so she can help us with future projects of this. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for the several screenshots, Barb, and I appreciate that. I would love to join your Facebook group. Please put the link in and join us, because this is going to be a weekly show. We have already planned out our project for next week, and we have some great ideas. So it's going to be a different process every week. Usually on Sunday, but next week will be on Saturday in honor of Mother's Day, and we're actually making something that I'm going to wear on Mother's Day. So I'm excited. So at the end of the show, we will tell you what you'll need for next week's show. And it's going to be an ongoing activity here on Blab, and hopefully result in some fun new products that we're going to have available to buy, and classes that you'll be able to spend more time with Cindy learning more technique and projects.
I'm just going to keep adding arcs because I have room and I just really feel in a rainbow mood.
That's awesome. So I'm trying to make my third arc just a little bit more round, so kind of makes a different shape. So there we go. The same, but different. Now kind of looks like, to me, it kind of looks like a swag with material or something. And yours looks fantastic. I love it. So, okay, so Kathy doesn't know how to tweet the screenshot. So what you do is you do share last 30 seconds. And then when it opens up, you have the option to tweet that, and you can add something in the description, and you can X off the box that says, with the image, or keep it. It's up to you.
If she keeps it, she has to put in words. If she doesn't keep it and X's it out, then it should go through fine.
Or you still can put in words. Okay.
Yeah, you can still put words.
So I want to make, I really like those lines by themselves, and I don't think we need anything in between the space. And I love how bold yours looks. But you have a lot of space left. So you could go around again now.
I didn't start off big enough. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just different. Yeah, you started out smaller, which is great. So what I would do for you is I would go around at this point and just make another big leaf like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, so go around again. And for me, I think I'll do another one also. And so,
that one's not right, but okay.
So yeah, I'm going to do that.
So our tattoo friend said I should start from the peak. Yeah, that's new for me. Ooh, this
start from huge. The peak?
Yeah.
I can't start from the peak.
I think that's what she said.
I'm going to try it later.
I can't go from the peak down. I'm so used to going from the fat end up. That's just the way my hand wants to go.
Yeah. But I can understand if you do the peak, it's going to come out uniform. Whoops. I tried to turn it like my paper. I usually turn a paper.
For future mandala projects, we are going to get ourselves Lazy Susans.
Yeah. I never thought of that. Well, if it's on 4 tiles.
Now, I want to do something splashy here. And although my penmanship is not the greatest, but I'm going to put...
Oh, you get some words there. Some time. Let's see. That's good.
Inspire. Oh, see, I did the same thing you did.
I went to turn it. Well, it's possible. It's just not as, it kind of breaks your flow when you turn it and kind of have to pick up again where you left off instead of being able to just keep going around. Whoa, that turned out to a really weird shape.
Sparkle.
Oh, I couldn't hardly stop myself from saying sparkle and create instead of sparkle and inspire. Yesterday, I kept saying it wrong. That's why I had to change that video. Oh, Barb, you need to show Barb our video. You have to watch the replay because we have a video in the beginning. It's really awesome.
Believe and what should create?
Yes. Awesome. Let me get this situated again.
Oh, I don't like this word.
Create? You don't like create?
No, I don't like the way I did it.
I know.
How's that? Does it too much like a G? No, it's good.
It's fine. It looks good.
I love this.
Okay, I'm going to do words too.
Oh my God, this is so awesome.
But before you're not done yet because you have some room to do the top of what I call the spires.
Oh, spires. Gotta have spires.
Okay. And you could fill them in or leave them open. Up to you. This one can't. Okay, do it on that one either.
Kind of reminds me, well, like the Taj Mahal.
Yes, it's very inspired by India, and that is, where mandalas originated. That,
Makes sense.
So that's kind of cool. Okay, so she's got hers filled in. That's awesome.
How's that?
Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I really feel like teaching up is something new to me. So what kinds of tiles are these? Kathy asks. I will show her. This is a bathroom
white
tile.
Yeah, plain white tiles from the hardware store. We got ours from Lowe's, and one in New Hampshire, one in California.
Yeah, and I think they're the same. This is 4 1/4 inch.
Yep. Ceramic smooth.
Okay, my hair is always everywhere. Even with a hat on, my hair is there. Okay, so I'm going to try the glass pen for some words. And I'm going to...
When you do the colored pen, you have to think about what color you're going to be making the whole tile so that colored pen shows up. Just saying, just think about where you're going with this. I found that the lighter color alcohol ink, that the design showed up better than the darker ones. But
all right, I have a plan.
You have a plan. Yay, I love plans.
Do you?
Taping them together, you could do that. You could definitely do that. Or what, and this is another trick I just remembered. If you have a piece of cardboard, what you can do is you double some thick, wide tape, and you tape it on the back of the tile, and you tape the tile to the cardboard. So you're picking up the whole cardboard and moving the cardboard rather than the way we're doing it now. Yeah.
I wasn't
thinking about that, but you could have taped it to that, and then,
Yeah. Or so, but I can turn my whole thing.
Hold on a second. So Barb is asking, are you using an enamel pens with colors that set when you bake?
Not baking.
Right. Today we're using a Sharpie that's made for CD and DVD markers. But you can also use a DecoArt glass marker. And it says that it dries 4 hours. You can bake it at 375 for 40 minutes. So I don't know that you can bake this one, but
yeah,
anything that writes on glass.
Are we going to bake these?
I
don't think we were.
I wasn't.
No, because Barb, I don't know if Barb was here when we showed the final thing it's going to be alcohol paint over it, kind of like this. And the alcohol paint sets on enamel really nicely. It's I don't think it needs to be baked.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing that we're putting in the dishwasher. Plus, we're going to put a very thick coating of of a sealer over it, and so we really don't need to have it baked.
Thank you, Kathy. So, and thank you, Barb. So I love the questions. It really helps us out. And so let's see what I'm going to put here.
I wish they'd pop up in the left side of Blab like they used to,
The questions?
When the questions were used to be.
I'm sure that'll be back.
Yeah.
Because that is a great feature.
See, it looks like all your mandalas in your journal.
It really does. You can see I've got some back here, my own. I started out with art that inspired me, and so now I've got, this is a watercolor, and this one is markers.
Well, welcome, Kathy. She's new to Blab.
Oh, very, very new. Well, if you have any questions, let us know, because Barb and myself have been here for a really long time, and Cindy has been here for about 3 months now too. Right? How long have you been in Blab, Cindy?
You said 100 days.
100 days. That's more than 3 months.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
I should have like balloons. 100.
Guess what? I have balloons for you. I do. Is it balloon time?
It's 101 days.
It's balloon time. Hold on.
It's like happy dance, happy dance. I don't look good dancing. I should never dance on screen.
Congratulations to you, my friend. It's party time.
Oh, this is awesome. I love the.
All right. So
yeah.
We've got some balloons now. Ring my bell. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So hopefully you're inspired to get excited about art and excited about Blab and excited about creativity and maybe a little joyfulness. I think I might put joy on mine. You have believe, sparkle. What did I miss? Create, inspire, sparkle. And what's your other word?
I have believe.
Oh, sparkle I didn't put. Duh, that's my
sparkle?
word.
That's your word.
I know. What a joke.
I'm gonna say Barb is believe, right? I mean, when I think of Barb, I think of believe. And we got me inspire and you sparkle. And everybody else create.
There. I did joy on that one. And I just went right over because I didn't have enough space because somebody didn't inform me that there were going to be words at the end.
It's just me.
She gets an idea and she goes with it. I'll move my balloons over.
But isn't that what creating's all about, right? Like you said.
Darn tootin'.
You just go with it.
Okay.
So we got that much done, right?
Stop shaking.
Now we get to choose colors. I have a lot of different colors in my repertoire here. But the first three I had been showing all week are the purple twilight, wild plum, and indigo. But I also have this collection, Stream, Botanical, and Sunshine Yellow. And I have more where that came from.
Oh, my gosh.
There's also metallics. If you want metallics, you can add metallics to yours if that moves you.
Well, if you're not wealthy like Cindy, you might want to know how much these are. So I've got my receipt right here.
I'm broke is what it is.
Wow. Luckily they last a long time. So let me see how much.
Is it like $10 a set of 3, or is it 20?
Yeah, right. I just read if I can't even find it on here. This is probably not the right receipt. Nope.
We're excited to meet you too, Kathy.
I think that this was like maybe $14 or $15.99, and it came in a pack of 3. So, but you just use little drops at a time. And I have a feeling it'll last forever. Yes, and I did, but I bought so many other things that I think it went to something else because I can't. My craft store, it's Joann's. I love Joann's, and it's right by my house, and it's just like. So the nice thing about it was that for me, this is my little story time. I used money that I made on a project that I sold online. And so this is my fun money. So it's so exciting. So I get to learn a new art technique and start with this nice set. And my colors are Wild Plum, Stream. Oh, okay. Stream is the color. It's kind of like a green color. And whoops, like a mossy green, I guess. And then Butterscotch. And Butterscotch is from the Adirondacks Earth Tones collection.
Yep.
Jim Holtz. So it was very exciting for me. I found a whole new section in my craft store that had all kinds of inks and ink products. And the other thing I got was this stamper. So if you can see the stamper.
Mine felt the Velcro part fell off. So I'm just putting my felt onto the sticky part, but yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, I bet that works.
They also have round ones like this too, if you don't want to use the square one.
Now, I was concerned about the round ones that I saw because the round ones I saw were actually not felt. They were sponge. And I thought, well, that might not give the same effect. And last night when I was practicing, and I'll show you another one that I was practicing on, I was just putting drops, like 2 or 3 drops in the middle. Here's the pad that I was using, so you can see. So I just made a few drops, and then I went around and, splotched it on. And so it came out, pretty neat. And then as I was putting additional ones on, the other part of the felt was kind of drying it as I was going and kind of spreading it out. So it really took on a beautiful shape on its own. it's a lot of fun to experiment a little bit. I didn't want to come in blind, completely blind. Hold it closer to the screen, please. This is the tile that I practice on.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. These ones here are the sponge. So I'm going to try that just to see what kind of look I get. But I wonder, the back is kind of felty, so I wonder. No, it doesn't hold it.
You can really see the different colors on this one.
That one's really cool.
These are the same three.
So that's the butterscotch, the stream, and then you put a stencil on top and use the wild plum.
Yes.
Through the stencil.
Yes.
Cool.
So I'll show you.
Obviously, we're not going to do that with these because we already have our design on there, but cool.
Right. So this is going to be different. So, but this is the stencil that I used.
I love that stencil. I got that stencil.
And in the package, I thought it was going to be more like a mandala because the packaging kind of covered the edges.
You have to repeat it, yeah.
So yeah, it would be,
It would be. If you repeated it, would be, yeah.
But I really liked the color combination like that. They look like jewel tones to me.
So I'm going to go with, I'm going to try the stream and the botanical on this one.
Before you start, can I tell you one thing about the stencil? Because I don't know if we'll come back to stencils. When I put it on, I used removable glue dot to hold it on. And that was really easy. I was so happy with myself. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just putting dots of the color on the sponge to see how the sponge works.
The colors all come from what she's showing you now. So you take the ink and you dot it onto the pad and then you splotch it on like this. And she's using a sponge applicator and that looks incredible.
Now what's happening is what I'm noticing, all of our artwork is dissolving.
See, now that didn't happen with the fine tip one last night. But I didn't use as much as you did. I used less drops at a time.
So I'm wondering if it needs to cure or we need to bake it first. But yeah, it's all bleeding away. Bummers. But you know what? When it dries, I can go back over it with, it could be because the sponge has too much alcohol in it, because it didn't do that to me last night when I used the felt.
No, I don't know why you're going all renegade on, or what is it? Trying something different. I'm like, what is she doing? Well, all right, I'm going to decide what color. I'm going to do my colors separate.
I can't help people if I don't make mistakes.
What kind of ink is on the blotter? Okay, this is Jim Holtz Adirondack brand alcohol ink. So,
yeah, see, when I use the felt, it doesn't, and I use less alcohol, it
doesn't blur it. No, it shouldn't. All right, so I'm sorry I don't have the most steady hand, but that is what it's called. Now, if you follow us on the web, if you follow us on the website right now on MsMeliz.com under #create, you will see the supply list for this week, of course, and next week's also. So if you want to get the supplies and follow along as we do it, you can have those in advance. And exactly what you need for the next project is on there. I'm going to start with the
and you can leave some white spots. It doesn't have to be all covered like I did the create section, which is what's nice about it.
So look, it looks like a domino almost. Something a little little ominous there.
You don't have to make it so patterned, but yeah.
But you know what? Here's what's going to happen. So I'm going to
see, that's an oddball out. Create. See, I knew that wasn't the one I wanted.
It did blur it. That's weird. It didn't do that yesterday.
I just wondered if it takes time to
dry?
To dry. Yeah, cure. You know, like it's dry to the touch, but it needs time to cure.
I agree. I think that the thicker marker probably just takes longer to set than when I did it last night. I didn't have this at all. I was able to go, it dried and I went straight. Like you could see the areas that I filled in here did get a little smudgy. But the
Yeah.
lines are there. It's just that they didn't show through enough because they were such thin lines. So we went with the thicker lines.
So now I'm going to go over mine with this DecoArt glass marker, glass paint, I should say.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And that will, it'll be fine. It will be fine.
I'm just slowing down in between because I went like really crazy at first and it all smudged. So I'm just going to go a little slower and
less alcohol, yeah.
Less on there. And
this is so cool.
All the way around. And I haven't put any yellow on the inside on purpose because I want my inside to be a different, more of a different
I wondered if we wanted to color, like you color yours, if we wanted to color in certain areas.
I wanted to ask you that. Can you use a paintbrush with these inks?
I'm not sure about a paintbrush, but my thoughts, I'm going to go around and darken all of those. My thoughts were, how about if, like if I want to introduce, I think I want to introduce purple. I don't know. I think I want to. I'm going to put a few dots on a Q-tip. And if I come in here and kind of, all I did was wipe it off, but I'm going to put more.
You're getting a lot of love. Kathy loves you. She's putting all kinds of props on both of your. Oh, on me too. Ooh, she loves us.
Thank you.
Oh, they're trying to equal out our numbers. I love it when they do that.
So the whole thing is if I put a drop of this on here, see how it bleeds out?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want it to do that. So now I'm going to have to do that on everything.
You don't have an eraser for this one? Well, because it's alcohol.
It's alcohol, and if I erase it, I'll erase the whole thing and just make a mess like I'm doing. So
I just love this part. It's so much fun. It's really fun doing it on 4 tiles at the same time and having that bigger thing. Last night I was just doing 1 tile and I don't know. It was fun though.
Yeah, the 4 tiles actually.
So what's neat about this is you start out with one, or I started out with just 1 color and then I added another color, but some of the first color is still here and it's still applying in just a little bit lighter fashion. So that's why I was a little more sporadic at first because I knew that I would add more colors and the first color would continue and it fills in. My approach is a little different than, and I haven't practiced as much as Cindy. And I loved how, if you can see her first square that she started in, she used a lot more ink and 2 colors and it just filled in so quickly and so beautifully. So anyway, you could play around with it and find different things. So now I'm going to add a lot of the blue right there in the middle and see how that comes out. Or it's green, I guess.
I didn't think I'd like the big
so
boulder
pretty.
Tip, but you know, I like it much better.
I'm going to go like this on these leaves to start. And I'm loving this.
So now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the purple. If I put it dries so fast.
It does.
You know what? Maybe a little piece of, I'm going to put it on a little piece of Felt. Yeah, really the felt is what makes it.
The felt dries it too, I think, or sets it better than the sponge.
Yeah. It doesn't dry as fast on the felt.
You mean on the sponge? On the felt itself.
On the felt, it doesn't dry as fast.
It continues. Like you can see now that there's still a little tiny bit of yellow and pink coming out.
I'm going to put some purple in the middle. Oh, I love this. I love this, Melissa.
What are you doing? You're just dabbing it straight on?
Yeah. Well, I'm putting it on the felt and then I'm dabbing it straight on.
Oh, I see.
But it kind of repeats the... Although, I mean, if you're not doing a design on there, and if I was just doing crazy colors, I love how the two melt together. And
yeah.
I love how they blend.
I do that too. It's a tie-dye effect. Yeah. I really like that a lot.
I love that natural effect. But for a design, you want to keep it lighter so that the design shows up better. And I found that it showed, you know, if we alcohol ink and you set it overnight, I think like 24 hours, and I come back, then you can paint, and then you can use the marker on them. This is what I did last night.
Did you put it right underneath? How did you do that? That's magical.
I feel like Martha Stewart, you know, or somebody. So
if you compare this episode to last week, I was so unprepared. But we still did something fun last week, so you got to check that out.
Oh, I have it. I haven't mailed it to you yet.
What? Oh, the card that you made. That's what you made last week. It's awesome.
Yep.
And what I made, totally different thing.
And it's beautiful. It's on your wall. It's right behind you. It's beautiful.
It is. Oh, that's right. This is the one I made. So it has the splatter paint from marbles, and then we did this leaf technique with paintbrushes, and then we did a butterfly. It was a lot of fun. And I didn't have my supplies in advance, but all the things that I needed, I was able to find around the house. So that was really cool. Okay. Anybody could have done it.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, the other thing too. So you're going to use these as tiles, coasters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is pick up your tiles. Yeah, see, that's fine. Pick up your tiles and you go around the edges.
Oh, okay.
Because you want that to not be a rough or an unfinished edge.
I'm a step behind you. I'm not quite ready to go all the way to the edge. So this stamper comes with a little stack of the felts, which is great. And of course, you know, you could buy additional felt cuts, or you could just get a piece of felt and cut it. Or you could use your own felt without the stamper.
Right. But you will get it all over your hands.
Yeah. Or I will. Because that's my MO.
Cindy doesn't like getting dirty.
Cindy doesn't like getting dirty.
How I created these big splotches is you just take your bottle and you just drop it on there and it just bleeds out, reactivates the stuff, that the color that's already on there, and pushes it away. Like a resist, it just poof. So that's how that happens.
That's so neat.
I mean, I can put some...
These are the ones you did last night?
Okay, I just did this one this morning, but I did the mandala last night. And if I put this on here from last night,
it reactivates what's there. That's so cool. I want to try that on one of the ones I did last night as soon as I'm done here.
So see how it just bleeds out? It's crazy.
I'm loving this.
And I did put my name on one of them. You can sign your name with the fine one on all of them or none of them. You know, everybody does something different. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for the. Kathy said she loves my wall. I'll have to show my whole wall. It's really awesome. I love having my own room where I could do that because for 20 years never had my own space until I moved here. But I wanted to ask about something. I forgot.
That's what happens when you're in your creative zone. It's like, yeah, that doesn't. So now that I have those done to this point, and when you put those drops on there, you definitely have to let that set up. I tried to rush it with a blow dryer last night, and because it's tacky, because the thickness of the alcohol ink around it, so it around here tends to get tacky. So let that set up. But when that's done, I bought from Walmart a roll of this cork.
Oh,
now you can get it.
Got the roll.
Yeah, you can get it in sheets as well. But since I do classes, in the class I'm teaching in San Diego in June is we're gonna be decorating tiles as well. And I give every student a set of 4 tiles and 4 cork backings. So I would lie this flat on a surface. I would take the E6000 and I would put it on here, relatively generous. And then you pick up your tile and you lay that on there and maybe put a book or something on there to keep the weight down. And you can trim off, make it maybe a little bit, I try to make it the right 4 1/4 square, but you can make it a little wider and trim it off after, or make it a little less. That's up to you.
I remembered what I was going to ask was that Barb mentioned that that your camera where your tiles are is very clear. So I'm assuming mine's not. And I wanted to know if you could even see mine. Because sometimes when I'm on my camera, I can see it on the screen, but then later I look at the replay and it's frozen or something.
Oh, I can see it, but
Barb or Kevin, are you able to see?
It's further away because of the fact that where your camera is located.
Not as clear, but still good. All right. Yeah, so
I see butterflies on your tile. Isn't that funny?
Really?
I see 2. Yeah, I see.
It's like an ink blot. What is it that you see?
Do you see the butterflies? What you're using stream, the color stream. So the blue is I see a butterfly from your peaks.
Oh, neat. I just see fingers, monster fingers, knuckles.
Well, I see 2 butterflies because that's awesome. What I'm doing. That's what I do.
You're awesome. That's why.
Did I show you the tiles I'm doing in San Diego?
No, I don't think so.
They're not alcohol ink, but yet we can do this technique. We can do this technique on here too. So
I'm excited. I'm going to meet Cindy in person when she comes to California. And I don't know if everybody knows that we've never met in person. We met on Snapchat and Blab.
So here's the box I created.
Oh, yes, you had showed me that. It's so detailed. No, show us. Show everybody.
What?
The box. What else? Were you going to describe what you're going to be doing? Cindy's going to be, to answer Barb's question, Cindy is going to be in San Diego for a convention, and she's going to be teaching classes here in June.
And
okay.
this is the project that I'm going to be teaching. These are on the tile. This is the tiles that we're using today, same tiles, and I put the cork backing on. And a very thick coating of either triple thick or just a very thick varnish, non-yellowing varnish.
I couldn't find the triple thick, but so I didn't get the
Thanks,
varnish.
Nancy.
But I have Mod Podge. I don't know if that will work because that's water-based.
For what? For the coating on top of this?
Yeah.
It could. Decoupage sometimes though leaves like a tacky residue.
Yeah. It's like glue. Okay, so I have a sheet of cork.
Yep. So you measure out 4 1/4, more or less. If you want to be on the safe side, you want to measure it a little bit more, trim it after.
I'm so bad. What I would do is probably just trace these.
I would trace them on and cut inside the line.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this down. Make sure if you've got any kind of letters, the letter up. Which ones did I finish? I have no strength. I swear, the older I get, the less strength I have. I hate it.
Yeah. That must be what it's like getting old. I wouldn't know. I just kidding.
Remind me to hit you when I get to LA.
I think that we're pretty close in age. That's why this works.
I say the kids are what made me old.
My kids make me young.
Well, now they're making me young, but all the gray hairs and all that stuff, I earned them, every single one of them. Okay, this smells horrible
today.
This smells horrible. Of course, now the glue decides to come out. Of course. Now I'm going to take that. And I'm going to, my cork's bigger. Yep, that's what I thought. My cork is bigger than the.
That's because you measured, right? Did you measure?
No, I don't know. I probably traced it.
Oh. I'm not watching because I'm doing mine because I should be watching that.
Okay. So press down. Let that set up. And after that's done setting up, then I'll cut off the edges. Then, to protect my work, there's several different products. This is a glossy accents, and I don't know what's going to happen when I touch it on the tile, but we'll find out. There's triple thick. There's all kinds of different kinds of.
So what is it you're doing now?
See how crazy that is?
No, what did you do?
I just took this bottle and I just blurted it out on here. Now I'm going to go like this.
So now you're putting the glaze over on top.
Yeah. And it's okay if it runs over the edge. You just want to smooth that out. Easy peasy.
And it doesn't affect the alcohol ink at all. It's not.
It doesn't look like it is.
It's not, whatever.
I feel like Martha Stewart. I've never done this before, but my team has assured me that my village.
So I'm cutting my cork out with an X-Acto knife, and it worked perfectly. It's awesome.
So when this dries, it will dry with a very, it'll be clear and thick and protective. I'm gonna go wash my And this glossy accents is also put out. It's put out by Ink Essentials. It's typically near the Tim Holtz section of the Hi, Kathy. Whatchamacallit?
The inks
section in the store.
The what section?
The Tim Holtz section.
Oh.
Usually glossy accents is near that too.
Okay. I couldn't find it. So, all right, I have cut out the cork, and I'm going to see how that looks. So I do need to trim it a little bit more, just a little on that side. I kind of went outside the line.
So when that's cured, and again, probably like 24 hours, but I think it, oh, you want to get crazy?
No. This is crazy for me.
Oh my God. Because you're all about the sparkle, right?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to add sparkle to my spires.
This is Glamour Dust. DecoArt puts out Glamour Dust. It's a powder.
Oh.
It's a powder.
I don't have that.
You put out this powder. While this is wet,
you sprinkling it on. The sparkle,
like
ladies and gentlemen. The sparkle.
So when you like putting salt in your pinch of salt, you're putting a pinch of sparkle.
Oh, and it's just fine, and it's just going to adhere with your varnish that you just put on.
And it's going to haunt me for the rest of my days. It gets
so
everywhere.
My Lowe's didn't have the E6000 out, so I got this. My husband assures me it's the same.
Sure. Okay.
Amazing goop. Is that what I'm going to use to glue the cork onto the back?
Yep.
Can I do that now?
Yep. I would go near the edge as, first I'll start as close to the edge as possible on the cork so it doesn't flap, like a sole of your shoe. You don't want your sole of your shoe flapping off because you only glued it under the heel, So you put it around the edge and then you put a lot in the middle. But, oh my God, this is going to be so beautiful because it's just enough, don't, with the glitter, don't take the whole bottle and pour it on there. That's too much. If you just do the pinch like I did, it just gives it, and I don't know if I can put this up so you can see if it captures, if the lighting captures any of see the little twinkles? You can see it in the blue areas. Just enough twinkle.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Because my shop lights, you see the big glare of my shop lights, but there is that little bit of a twinkle in there.
That is really pretty.
So you might want to not do the sealing, the varnish on top until after you've adhered, the glue has adhered the tile, because I personally would have put a lot of pressure on this and left it overnight like a book. I put the 4 tiles together with the cork back, put a book on it until the glue dries, and then I'd come back and do the glossy accents or varnish or whatever.
Which works out great for me, ladies and gentlemen, since I don't have the varnish. That's why I'm demonstrating the gluing of the cork. I'll put a book on top of it and go out and get some varnish and then finish that off tomorrow. But you can see.
It's going to be gorgeous.
How we did this.
So
awesome.
I didn't.
I made something useful. This is what I love about your artwork, is you learn the technique, you learn the style, and you also get to use the thing that you make. And what I want to do is at some point have a fundraiser where we can maybe choose a charity or something, and we can sell or off the items that we make that are useful and donate that to charity, or maybe we could just have some sales of our own artwork that result from the show. That would
right. And I don't know if you have an AC Moore out there, but I think at AC Moore or Michael's they had a tray or maybe someone can make it for you. Okay. There's a tray that fits these 4 tiles in it perfectly. And what you can do is paint that tray and put your words inspire, sparkle, and, you know, believe, imagine, whatever. You can put that on the tray so that when they're using the coasters and they take the coasters out, you can still have this same image on the inside of the tray.
You're so smart. That's such a great idea. And, well, you know what I noticed at Lowe's is they have these white tiles in different shapes. Some are oblong, and some are much bigger. And I thought that would be really fun to make something, a little, the little tray that you can paint. It comes in like bare wood or whatever, and you could paint it and decorate the tray and then put that in. And it could be like a jewelry holder or something like that. Or
I was thinking more of a trivet or something like that. But yeah, I'd be careful to put hot things on this. Test out the or really do research on the varnish that you're using.
Well, if you were going to use it, for
awesome.
A decorative trivet, maybe not something that you use, but to make your kitchen look awesome.
Now, next week, I talked about doing, because some people may have invested in these alcohol inks and they're saying, okay, so you showed us how to do coaster tiles. What else can we do with it? Because a little does go a long way. You don't, you will have the alcohol inks for some time unless you're doing like Melissa's going to do the fundraiser and make up a bunch of these. Or she can even, you can have, is it a fundraiser for your school?
No, I just had the idea right now, so I don't know.
But if you did, I would say get the kids involved. They can do the alcohol ink patterns and they can draw them in dolls.
Great idea. Well, we just had the Justice Fair, so maybe next year that would be something they could do. So at the Justice Fair, the kids have to propose an idea and they get chosen, and they can have little booths where they sell items, and each one is for a different charity.
Cool.
And but the only caveat is that they have to make it themselves. So my group this last time made emoji magnets.
Ooh, those are fun.
Yeah, it was fun. So they made the most money.
This is what what I had done so that we could use up some of our alcohol ink. You go find yourself some classic dominoes. You want the white ones. You want the white dominoes. Or an off-white ivory. You don't want the black ones that we used to have when we were kids, because it won't work.
So basically, it's like this tile, but it's smaller.
Ready? Thicker. Ready?
The reveal. I love it, and it says love, and it has bling.
So the bling are these little things that we got from again Michael's AC Moore. Now this isn't real. This is really your basic stuff, but I do have others that I wanted to share. Now for people who did not purchase the alcohol inks, this is the one my girlfriend did.
And what did she do hers on? Oh, she didn't do the alcohol inks.
She has the domino, and she used a rubber stamp. And she did a lighter color, and she made the face and everything. But if you don't have the alcohol inks and you don't want to invest in that, we can also do this with acrylic paint, Melissa.
Really?
Look at that.
Now she tells me. Oh, that's a pretty one. And that's a domino tile also?
This is a domino tile that's already been pre-drilled. I just don't know if you can find them anymore, unfortunately. But so I've made necklaces out of these, but you can do it with a bigger one and make a necklace out of it.
Oh, neat.
See that?
Yeah, I love it. I love the matching beads.
Yeah, with the bling and the Swarovski crystals.
And that's with acrylic paint, you said?
Yep. And there's another one.
You're really amazing. I like that one.
So we can do that next week and we're going to make either you can turn these either into a necklace by gluing a bail on the back, or you can put a pin back on it and make it into a pin.
That's what we're doing, right?
Yep.
That's good because I got pin backs.
Awesome.
I got a pack of 10.
Yep.
And those are really...
Are they short enough to go this way, or are they the long way?
I think they could go this way. They're 1 1/4 inch.
So then so if you're gonna, you have to decide if you're gonna have it go.
The thing I don't have is the domino. I need to go find my dominoes.
Would this work on glass? Yes. I wouldn't put it on glass that you're gonna eat off of.
It's something else I got.
Ooh, look at that.
Microbeads.
Yeah, from hell. I hate those.
You told me to get them. I went straight to hell and got them too.
Because that's what you put around here with that glue you bought, the goop.
Yeah.
You put some goop here, and then you put your microbeads on a tray, and you dip it in and dip it in and dip it in and dip it in.
Be awesome.
So that's next week's. Isn't it cool? I can't wait till this dries and I can use it.
So let me show you. I got the ink pad, the black ink pad that stays on.
Yep.
And I got, where are they? I tried to have everything here ready to show you. Oh, here. I got these stamps.
Oh, I love this. I've got some new stamps too.
And I love this one because it says live in the moment. I don't think that'll fit on a domino though. But sending happy thoughts. You are special. So
the butterfly will though, I think.
The butterfly, yes. Or I can actually cut that here and just only use part of it. And so that's the ink. And then I got this. Ooh.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Pretty blings.
What are we going to do with those?
I'm going to put it on my domino.
Ooh.
Right? You said the jewel. So when I saw these, I thought that's perfect. So.
I want to say to Kathy too, if you do invest in the, this is probably backwards, Deco Art glass paint markers, these are great on the glass, and it kind of makes a transparent color. It's not a solid opaque color. It's transparent, so light still shines through the glass. It's pretty awesome. I did some. Where did I put it on?
Before Kathy goes, if you're still there, Kathy, I wanted to let you know that you can watch the replay, and we're also going to have this on our websites. And mine is msmeliz.com, and we'll be on YouTube as well on Cindy's channel. So follow us on Twitter so you make sure that you get the notifications. And we're so happy that you were here.
And see how I did these hearts the other day.
Oh, with the glass?
With the glass paint. So, yeah, the markers. So it just kind of outlined it with the Sharpie.
Oh, that's nice.
So I have tons of these mason jars with ribbons and buttons. And
what I have is I have a whole set of at least a dozen, probably more. I think they probably have 20 red ceramic mugs. And that I had gotten for my Christmas party. Mm-hmm. And they're white on the inside and red on the outside. And I would like to use this alcohol paint and the glass markers to decorate those.
Bye, Kathy. Have a great week.
Bye-bye. Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for being here. This is so exciting, Cindy.
So I wouldn't put it near your mouth, though. Nothing where your mouth is going to touch it.
Why is that? I'm just kidding.
Put it this way. Don't hold me responsible for anything that happens after you do that.
Well, yeah, that's I think that these particular mugs are going to be for decoration, like for pen holders or something, because they already are 99-cent store mugs from China. I don't, always want to, I wouldn't put it in the microwave. I don't want to put it in the dishwasher. You know, we used them that one time and washed them, and now I just kind of have them around, and I thought they don't match my dishes. What was I thinking? Well, $20, I got 20 mugs. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
You know. So anyway,
I'm gonna put some color on the sides of my purple ones.
I'm going crazy on the shaping of this now.
Hopefully, yeah, you're not cutting into your table.
No. I have a pad here. This is very thick.
I wanted to show you something else. I know that we talked about many things, and I didn't necessarily. Do you use journals?
Yes, absolutely.
And you put your mandalas. Do you make journal covers for your journals?
I haven't yet, but I do have a mandala journal that I draw in.
I make covers.
That's awesome.
And we can do that. I'm just putting on the edge here of these tiles that I did.
Uh-oh.
What?
You went to audio only for me on your face, but your tile still looks good.
Oh. Maybe it'll come back.
Yeah, it says poor internet signal. That could be me. Everybody else could see you, and maybe it's just me.
I don't know. I won't touch it. Maybe it'll come back. Because I still see me on my phone, and I got my phone plugged in.
Yeah, you're good.
I can refresh.
Let's see who's still here. Barb, are you able to see Cindy on her
my face
shot? I'm surprised at how much goop this uses. It's like going to use the whole bottle for the 4 tiles.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, it was just a little 1 ounce tubes.
So, again, not to be too particular, I'm just putting the alcohol ink anywhere. I'm not being ducks in a row. It's just all together.
What are you doing now? Finishing the edges?
I'm finishing the edges, and I was just repeating what we had done earlier with the placing of the alcohol onto the felt with care.
She's awesome. All right, so now I've got this one.
I wonder if I decided to do this on the sides rather than repeat the green. Does that look crazy, having a purple side with a green?
Yes. No, because there's still purple in there.
I did. I added the purple and the blue and the whatever. I like how it doesn't change the finish of the tiles. They're still shiny.
Yeah, I don't even have the varnish on yet.
I know.
And I'm really happy with the way that looks.
Sparkle. I love sparkle. See how quick this works up. I mean, really, if you're doing these for craft fairs, then this is a great return on investment because, like you said, you paid, 80 cents and some change?
For the tile. Mm-hmm.
For the tiles. The cork, if you get a large sheet, it's not a big deal.
Mine it was $8.99 for 4 of these. And I was able to just use a part of 1. So that's, roughly $2. I think it would have been cheaper to get the roll was $9.99, and I didn't know how much it would make. So,
right. Well, yeah. So if you're going to do this as a fundraiser, you'd get the roll, and then you would be able to.
And I'm thinking they would be thinner too. the roll was thinner.
Oh, it could be.
Cork.
Yeah, mine kind of cracks if you're not careful. But yeah, be careful when you're cutting it. I actually used a fabric roller cutter, those rotary cutters.
Oh yeah.
So when I roll out my cork, I have my girlfriend hold it down at one end or get some heavy weights. I measure it out with a ruler, and then I draw the lines, and then I rotary cut up the lines.
Well, whoa.
I know. Well, we got,
making a lot of them.
Time is money. Well, I've got 14 students in San Diego right now, with the possibility of having added more. So I capped it at 17. So I have room for 17. Anyone who's in the San Diego area, June 6th or 7th or something like that, that week. I'm teaching the class.
Anybody could do their class. It doesn't have to be someone who's an attendee of the conference.
You do have to register with the conference and then pay for the class in addition to the registration. And they can go on decorativepainters.org and look for the convention, 2017 convention. And there's tons of classes being offered. What else was I going to say? Oh, I wanted to put white back on here just as a matter of point. I wanted to put some white back on here, so I went over it with the Deco Art marker.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
But what happens though is the alcohol color bleeds through sometimes, so you don't see it. So when I did this one, after I put the glossy accent varnish over it and let it set overnight. By the way, when I put the wet varnish on, it's still wet, and you sprinkle it with the sparkles, put your gems in at that point. Don't glue your gems on first and then cover the whole thing with the varnish, because you'll use the sparkle. So I set it in, and that glossy accent is like a glue, is like an adhesive. So it's set in there. But I went back with the paint pen and I put love on top because it didn't show up like I would have liked to have.
Love on top.
But we're gonna do that. That's just a basic thing. We're gonna do something better, bigger and better next week.
Bigger, better.
More sparkle. So, oh, look at you. I love yours. Yours looks like tie-dye. It is just so cool.
Okay, I'm trying to get that right.
You don't move so fast.
I want to go there.
There you go.
But I also have a shaky hand.
Isn't that cool?
I'm really, really happy with this.
I think we have the same camera.
We need music.
Oh, yes, but we need royalty-free music.
Well, do a few seconds.
We're working on it. So does that go there? That's the other thing. When you put them together, then you have to decide what orientation when you put them back together. So there's that set. That's one mandala. See, it's missing the words. It needs words.
I'm going to close this one off.
And then here's my other mandala. It's like, okay, how do they go? That's the whole thing. They have a certain way that they go. Like that. There you go.
Whoa, yeah. What was that link, decorators?
Decorative-painters.org. Yeah, that should get them there. So, Barb, you still here?
Yep.
Can you put in the link to your glass art where we can see it, or is it's all on your Facebook page?
Oops, I wanted to get some more light on my balloons.
Someone had posted, sorry, the link or where we can go to see your glass artwork.
Oh.
Do you have photos of it that you can show us? I love everything art. I know, crazy. You know, it's so funny because the more I look at your tiles, Melissa, the more I think of my shirt.
Yeah, because they look like tie-dye.
Yeah, well, you got the same. You got the you got the color.
Yeah.
All the same color thing going.
Yeah, I like how they're similar to each other, what you did and what I did, but totally different.
And that is the wonderful thing about creating, and why I wanted to do these shows, is because everybody's is different. You can't help it. Our penmanship is different. You know, everything about it is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Unique to us.
Well, you know, that is so nice. Can't wait to put the fairy dust on mine, but I have to.
I really think, see how, I don't know if you can see this, but see how I have a gap, you know, the gap right there between that's flapping over.
Yeah.
So as soon as my top part varnish dries, what I'll do is I'll put some glue in there, and then I will put a book on it and put it down, you know, weight it down.
So it seals it in. Yeah, mine is like that too, although mine definitely will come together when I weight it down.
Right.
So I'm just going over the letters with this other glass marker to kind of give it a little oomph, even. So it's not as...
And it does make a difference, doesn't it? It kind of pops it.
Yeah, a little bit.
So Barb put her thing in. I'm going to have to go click on that.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh, I want to see. I say, uh-oh.
And you created all, you blow the glass yourself and everything. That's amazing.
Oh my goodness, I just pulled a hair in here or something. My hair ends up everywhere, even with the hat on.
Okay. Yes, Barb, you definitely should do that. You definitely should do that.
There we go.
I love the giant glass sculpture chess set. Oh, Michael did that one.
Oh, Rod, thank you. Did you just come in? We've been creating these. Oh, well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. My name is Melissa Reyes, and Cindy Harrison is our art teacher. And she came up with this idea and design, and we started out with a mandala, that I drew, and she followed me, and then she showed us the process with the alcohol inks, and we just are finishing up. Yes, we are the girls doing the grass painting the other day. So we're here every week on Sunday mornings. Next week it'll be Saturday morning, and we're doing something different next week. Also using the alcohol inks, but we're going to be using a domino and a pin back to make a little brooch for ourselves for Mother's Day. Oh, so Rod is in your group, Barb. Very cool.
Oh, cool. All
right, I'm going to do some Snapchatting.
I can't.
Hi, everybody on Snapchat. I wanted to let you know that Cindy and I just finished our project, so you should come over to Blab and check it out. It's at blab.im. Talk too long. You can keep talking.
I was going to try and Snapchat, but how do you Snapchat and Blab at the same time on the phone? You can't, can you?
No, that's why I took out my face.
Okay, and I'm going to take out my face too.
I took out my face. Oh, Rod. Oh, I didn't even notice that, Barb, that you put Rob instead of Rod. So anyway, I wanted to continue talking so we don't have any dead air when we have our replay and people are following along. I think it's very visual, so hopefully everybody is watching. And you can see that we made these tiles. And I don't know if Rod has had a chance to see, but these are bathroom tiles. They're clear. They are. Let me show you the white one. Started out looking like this. Yeah, no, they're each a separate tile. It's a glossy bathroom tile that you get at Lowe's. And we put 4 of them together to make coasters. And we added a cork on the back. And mine doesn't have the varnish on it yet, but Cindy's has a varnish. So then the process was that we drew with a Sharpie a design like this onto the 4 tiles. And then we went over it using a stamper like this with felt, using our alcohol ink in 3 colors. And this is what we have. And then we wrote words on the sides. So mine says sparkle, inspire, create, enjoy. And Cindy's says create, inspire, sparkle, and believe. And yeah, they're super cute, huh? Thank you. They look a little like tie-dye. Cindy, we don't have any audio for you, or I don't, because maybe I turned you off. There. I don't hear your audio, hon. So she's coming back.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I hear you double.
Let me go mute me over here. Okay. So this is the one that I had varnished, and I put a little bit of glitter in there. Hard to see in my lighting, but it's in there. And then I glued the backing, the cork backing on, which now makes it usable once it's dry for coasters.
So they're basically finished. It was so much fun. Cindy is dual camming. Yes, I was dual camming also, but I turned mine off so that I can go do some Snapchatting at the same time. So
this here is just example that with these alcohol inks, and it's better. We found out today it's better to use the felt than a sponge, because with the sponge, although, well, depends on what you like and what you're shooting for a finished design. But with the sponge, it had a lot more of the alcohol ink, which is great, but it made our letters and our drawings blend, our line work blend. And then with the felt, I was able to put it over my line work without it bleeding out too much. So yeah, it's just a difference of a higher concentrate alcohol ink, less alcohol ink. And then this one here was just taking the alcohol ink and adding drops, and then it would bleed out into these puddles of color. Make the stamps. Actually, if you're talking about the mandala, it's we created. Melissa is a mandala artist, and she is on a mission to do 100 mandalas. And what are you up to now?
I stopped counting.
So she may be there, she may not.
I have 25 that I published in a coloring book that's online, and I'm going to do 3 more and make one full coloring book that I'll publish and put on Amazon. Thank you. That's the first 25. And that's on my website, msmeliz.com. Oh, you color mandalas. You can get my coloring book.
For free.
Yeah. And then, bye, Barb. Thank you for being here.
Okay, thank you, Barb.
Yeah. And so here, you can get it at msmeliz.com. I'm going to put that here in the chat. And it's under the heading #create. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and you will get the PDF. You can click on the word mandala coloring book, and you have a PDF of 25 pages to print and color. And then I will be doing, like I said, 3 more editions of that as I collect more. I think I'm probably up to about 50 now. So it will be soon that I can get that second one out. My goal is to have them all done by Christmas.
Cool. So she showed me, because I don't know how to do mandalas, and she showed me today how to create a mandala. And I thought that the two together made a really great idea, because you can use these as individual coasters by themselves, or when you're not using them as coasters, put them together and have a piece of artwork.
Voila. Oh, look at that. How cute. He's so crafty. It's like a smiley face and scissors.
Don't go there.
What? He's crafty?
I like the scissors.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh, good. That was easy. Nice and quick. You got my coloring book. So awkward silence. I say we play the video again and go, and it's 9:00. It's perfect timing. We finished. We did a beautiful and such a fun activity, and it went by really fast, and I just love my tiles. I'm going to get the varnish and finish it off with a little sparkle.
It's going to be awesome.
Thank you so much, Cindy. You are a wonderful teacher, and I just can't wait. I can't wait till next week.
It's going to be so exciting. Maybe next week's will only be an hour, not 2.
No, I thought you said takes 2 hours. I like the 2 hours.
I have a hard time doing less than 2 hours, but maybe next week will be quicker. We'll see. I'll come up with some neat ideas, and we'll try it. Get some acrylic paints out just in case. Have a couple dominoes ready, because we can do we can do multiples all at the same time.
Yeah, so. I have 10 pinbacks.
Well, there
I could have 10 dominoes. That would be great.
You can do all 10 at the same time, and you can actually make them kind of like a running story, or individualize them, whatever. It's going to be great.
And if you go to msmeliz.com under #create, the tab, you'll see our supply list for next week. And if you want to join us, it's next Saturday, May 7th at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on blab.im/Cindy Harrison. And I will have pictures up from today as well later if you want to check it out. And we have our video. Do you want to show our video again? And
and you can always catch us on replay. So those who are watching the replay, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much for those who have been here today, inspiring us. And next week, please join us. And actually, then you can show your finished creations as well, and that would be
We'd
wonderful.
love to see your finished creations. And we're both on Snapchat, so you have to find us there, and on Twitter. And we're going to show you a video and close it out. And what is it that you always say, Cindy?
Paint with heart.
Be creative and
inspired.
Be inspired. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, play the video. This is so cool. Oh, look, that's so good. She's awesome. I'm going to cry. Here, I don't have inspired, but I have love. Oh, you can't see mine anyway.
Love.
Love.
So, I got to play the video?
Yes. And I'm putting my Snapchat name in here. It's Ms. Biz Events. And so
where did it go?
I'm just going to put in the Snapchat.
You have to give me the link again. Sorry, honey.
No, it's okay. Oops. Here we go. There's the link. So our video, and oops. We're both typing and not talking. There we go.
I'm sorry. I'm concentrating because I wasn't ready.
Don't forget to put the audio on.
I thought you were doing this. Okay. I was waiting for you to do it.
Oh.
Okay, ready? I'm going to go full screen, and we're going to play the video, and it's going to be awesome.
Awesome.
Oops.
I don't hear it. Do you hear it? She's singing. Do you guys hear the video, the audio? Okay. You're such a doll.
Oh, hold on.
I was.
Okay.
Oh, Tina just got here. Tina, we're just wrapping up. I wasn't able to hear the audio, so I hope that the recording caught it. But I don't know if videos even show up on the recordings. Do you know?
I heard no.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
But maybe because you get a screen share, it will. I don't know.
Yeah, right. I don't know about the screen shares.
Well, we are just wrapping it up, and we're saying goodbye, and thank you so much, Cindy. I just adore you and so pleased with this. And your art looks so lovely. And your mandala, your very first mandala.
This is exciting.
I'm just going to cry now.
So, Tina, do you have alcohol inks? You should get some alcohol inks and do this, and then you can show us next week. It's so awesome.
Here's mine. The glare.
Oh, cool. Yeah, make your own. Yes, that's awesome.
Oh, and she was making her own alcohol inks from markers. I remember mentioning that last week.
Yeah. And then so from Melissa's instructions on how to create the mandala, if you don't already know how to do that on your own, I didn't.
We used blank tiles like this. And we drew the mandala on. And then we used our alcohol ink and a stamper.
Now voila. You're going to want to do this all the time.
Yes. I have a whole collection now. And but so now
the one to use.
I want to get the tray to put these in because I think that'll be fantastic.
That'll be awesome. And some people, what they do is they grout the tiles in. If you did like a mosaic tile, and they grout it in the container, in the tray, and then you can alcohol ink over the whole thing all together.
Put them in your bathroom. Yeah,
you can do that.
You can hang them on the wall. Right now, I'm going to stick a big book on them and weight it down so that glue before that glue dries. So I think we should say goodbye, or at least turn off the recording. I could have done that.
We need to get our roles straight here.
I'm sorry. I was supposed to do that. I'm dumb.